Namaste everyone and welcome back to my channel Sapna's Yoga Diary. Good news, I have cleared the YCB yoga teacher and evaluator exam. I gave the exam on 24th of April and results came yesterday, certificate came today. So yeah, I cleared the exam, and in this video I'm going to share my experience regarding the whole exam thing, and I'm also going to share some important information that will be very helpful for you if you are also preparing for YCB exam. Doesn't matter which category, but it is going to be helpful for you. So yeah, without any delay, let's get into the video. Okay, so YCB, Yoga Certification Board. You must be aware that there are multiple exams that they are conducting. I chose this yoga teacher and evaluator exam, but you can choose depending on your knowledge and your expertise. Um, so whichever category, whichever exam you pick, for all of them there will be two tests. One is theory, one is practical. So for this particular one, if you see, look at the syllabus. 80 marks is for the theory, and 120 marks is for the practical. For me, practical happened first, so they took my practical test first and then theory test. In your case, it may change. So it is not fixed that theory will happen first or practical will happen first. So it can be practical or theory first. One thing which is very important to know, that if you fail theory, but if you pass practical, then you can reappear for theory only exam. Okay, so that means you need to give only theory exam, and then the fee also is lesser in that case. But if you fail practical and pass theory, you have to reappear for both. So you need to give the test for re-examination. So even though both test, theory and practical, both are important, but if it is practical, be extra cautious. There are two mode of exam, online and offline. So you can choose to go and give the exam in the center that you select, or you can also choose to give online exam. Not all the centers are offering online, but you can check the schedule and see which center is offering online exam, and then pick the center and date accordingly. I chose the online exam, so I'm gonna share my experience of the online test. So let's talk about theory test first. So theory exam is for 2 hours, and 2 hours is more than enough. I completed my exam in 55 minutes. So you'll easily, so time is not a problem. You will easily complete your paper before time. The questions will be 80. There will be 80 multiple choice questions, and every question, everything will come from the syllabus. Not a single question will come out of syllabus. So theory test, that's about theory. Let's talk about the practical. For practical, you will be given 1 hour, and so for me, so my test was scheduled on 24th, and I was given, I think, 5 to 6 p.m. slot. But my test was delayed by half an hour. So it started at 5:30 p.m. and it went on for, I think, 6:40 or so. So always keep extra time after the that scheduled time. So even though whatever batch they have given you, whatever time they have given you, it may or may not start at the same time. So always keep some extra time after your whatever time has been scheduled for the practical test. For practical test, it is going to be a panel interview. There will be three examiners, And there will be, in my case, it was not just me, there were other students also. I think there were 4 5 students, and there were 3 examiners. So so practical happens, it's like a panel interview. When you are giving a practical examination, remember this thing: if it is online, it is very important for the examiner that they should hear you properly, and you should be able to hear them also, so that you understand their question properly. So with few students, I saw that they were facing challenge because they had the mic issue. So always test this thing before you appear for the practical test. If the examiner cannot hear you, how will he will evaluate? So make sure they are able to hear you properly, and make sure you are able to listen to them properly. So check your speaker and check your mic. You do not necessarily need an external microphone. That will be useful if you have it. But even though if you do not have external microphone, even your system speaker and microphone, you need to check whether it would be whether your voice will be properly audible or not using that. So just check these things. Other thing is the lighting in your room. So what happened is, in one of the students camera, the light was directly falling on the that webcam. So because of that, the scene was too bright. So the examiner was not able to see the image clearly. And in the other student's case, it was dark. So again, the examiner was not able to see the student clearly. So make sure the lighting in your room where you are going to give the exam should be perfect. They should be able to see you properly. Now I'm going to share you how you need to arrange your mat, arrange your room setting, so that you can give the exam clearly. This is how I arranged my room setting, so that I could give my exam clearly. So you can see I used a chair, and my system was placed on the table. And because I knew that there are gonna be viva questions. So when they were asking questions from me, I was sitting and giving the answers comfortably. But when they were asking me to demonstrate the postures, you see that there is a mat behind me. I was going towards the mat, and I was showing them the postures. When you are arranging the mat, always place your mat so that the examiners face your side view. Okay, you are able to do the side view in sun salutation, because sun salutation they will definitely ask you. So when you are doing sun salutation, and if they face your side view, they will be able to clearly see every posture. But if you put your front view in front of them while doing sun salutation, when you practice sun salutation, the back side of the body, your leg portion especially, that will not be clearly visible. So they will not be able to evaluate you properly. The exam is not very tough, or it is not very easy. Everything will come from the syllabus. It took me around 20 days to prepare for the exam. I took 20 days because I was already thorough with practical. I am a yoga teacher. I am teaching most of the things which are there in the syllabus every day. So on the practical part, I only had to look at the contraindications part of the each postures that was given in the syllabus. And 20 days I dedicated only for the theory. So in my case, I took 20 days. In your case, you have to see how much time you need. Regarding the books that I referred for my exam, I referred Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the commentary by Swami Vivekanand ji. I have read Hatha Yoga Pradipika. I couldn't cover Ghiran Samhita properly, but if you have time, please go through it also. Apart from these 3 books, I also read this QCI yoga book. This I bought like 4 5 years back when it was not YCB, it was QCI, Quality Control of India. They used to conduct the yoga exams. That time I bought the book, but I did not prepare or give the exam. But so okay, so this was helpful. This is where this helped me a lot. Lot of portions of the syllabus I read only from this book, and it was sufficient. So I don't have, this is the level 1, I only have the level 1, I don't have level 2. So I don't know what is there in the level 2 preparation book, but this one I referred, and this was enough for me, along with Patanjali Yoga Sutra and Hatha Yoga Pradipika. I also read Yogic Sukshma Vyayam by Dhirendra Brahmachari for the Yogic Sukshma Vyayam Kriyas, and I also referred this Asan Pranayam Mudra Bandh for referring the mudras and asanas and the Shatkarma part. So yes, I only referred these books, and they were enough for me. Apart from that, I did have some notes, so when we were doing foundation course of yoga, our teacher gave us few notes. So that had a stress management part. It is just 2 page 2 page, very easy. It had all the key points for, the yoga for stress management is there in the syllabus, so it include the main points of yoga for stress management. So I only referred those 2 page. I will share it in my blog of for those notes, so I'll share everything later. So yeah, so I only referred these things, and this was more than enough. So that's all about my experience on the test of YCB. I will also make a separate video on how you can prepare for practicals and how you can prepare for theory topic by topic. So for now, yeah, I think I have covered everything I wanted to. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section. I will cover that in my next video. I hope you like this video, and I hope it will be helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Namaste. Take care.